Deep within the wilderness, an eerie encounter unfurls, a primal battle for survival where claws and fangs clash with human instinct. Prepare yourself for the untamed fear that lies ahead. Story 1. The daring aspiration of a safari guide. Amidst the heart of Africa resided a renowned French safari enthusiast by the name of Lucas Garcia. His deep affection for animals and his expertise in the field were widely acknowledged in his homeland. Yet, Lucas harbored an unquenchable desire to witness the majesty of an African lion in its untamed habitat. In the year 2007, Lucas embarked on an African adventure with 3 of his adventurous friends. They sought the guidance of a local safari expert named Alfie, a seasoned traveler of the wild. Alfie was famous across the continent for his profound knowledge of wildlife and his extraordinary ability to track elusive creatures. Excitement filled the air as Lucas and his friends arrived at the safari camp to meet Alfie. They were eager to explore the wilderness and witness the majestic beasts that roamed freely. Lucas had heard captivating stories of Alfie's daring encounters with lions, so he was determined to experience it firsthand. Approaching Alfie, Lucas introduced himself as an expert safari guide and commended Alfie on his profession. He then made a daring request for Alfie to lead them to the lions so they could observe them up close. Alfie, with a wise gaze and caution in his voice, warned Lucas about the danger of approaching wild lions. However, Lucas's enthusiasm knew no bounds, and he believed his past encounters with wild animals made him different. Alfie reluctantly agreed to organize a special expedition, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a safe distance from the lions. The group set out early in 2007, their safari jeep rumbling over dusty tracks as they ventured deeper into the savannah. The landscape transformed into a breathtaking panorama of untamed beauty. Herds of zebras and antelopes grazed in the distance, and elephants moved gracefully through the grasslands. When the sun was directly overhead, they spotted the majestic creatures they had come to see, a pride of lions basking in the shade of an acacia tree. The tourists gasped in awe, capturing photos to treasure forever. However, Lucas's thirst for adventure remained unquenched. Ignoring Alfie's warnings, he stepped out of the jeep, determined to establish a mystical connection with these powerful creatures. Alfie watched with growing concern as Lucas approached the lions, inching ever closer. The lions, undisturbed initially, began to take notice. One lion sprang to its feet with lightning speed, emitting a low growl, a clear warning. Lucas froze, realizing the gravity of his impulsive decision. Alfie, fearing the worst, called out and honked the jeep's horn in a desperate attempt to intervene. But Lucas was too enthralled to heed the warning. He believed in an unbreakable bond between him and the lions. Suddenly, the lion prepared to lunge at Lucas, and Alfie had no choice but to take action. He raced the vehicle towards the lion, striking it just in time to prevent a tragic outcome. Before the lion's pride could attack, the others quickly pulled Lucas into the vehicle. Alfie drove the car away. Lucas looked scared at first, but he soon felt thankful and humble because he got a second chance. Back at the lodge, Alfie sat Lucas down and delivered a stern lecture on the importance of humility and respecting nature's boundaries. Lucas, filled with remorse, admitted he should have listened. The lion, fortunately, was not severely injured and received proper treatment. Lucas returned to France as a wiser safari guide. He used his story as a cautionary tale to raise awareness among tourists about the importance of respecting the wild. But in the next incredible story, the photographer encounters the king of the savannah. To find out what happens next, watch the full video. Story 2. The photographer's near encounter. Hazel, a gifted young photographer hailing from South Australia, had an unwavering passion for capturing the beauty of nature. While she dedicated much of her time to photographing animals and landscapes in Victoria, she yearned for a fresh perspective. In the summer of 2003, she embarked on a journey that took her across the globe to the United States. Her destination was a renowned national park in Texas, celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes and rich variety of wildlife. Hazel held her camera tightly as she embarked on a solo trip to capture the pure beauty of nature. Her love for photography would take her to the brink of death, and she didn't even know it. With her camera in hand, Hazel set off on a solo adventure to capture the raw beauty of nature. She had a deep respect for the animals she sought to photograph, always striving to capture their essence without disturbing their lives. As she navigated the rugged terrain in her hired four-wheel drive, she made sure to maintain a respectful distance from the wildlife, relying on her telephoto lens for perfect shots. The day progressed, and Hazel had already captured breathtaking images of graceful antelopes and majestic elephants. Yet, she couldn't shake the feeling that more awaited her. Determined to seize the opportunity, she explored a lesser-known part of the park. When the sun was directly above her head, Hazel saw a vast and stunning savanna all around her. The golden grass swayed in the gentle breeze, and she felt a sense of serenity wash over her. Just as she was about to move on, she spotted a rare swift parrot, a species extinct in Australia. She adjusted her camera settings, hoping to capture this precious sight for people back home. Unbeknownst to her, this momentary decision would change the course of her life. A deep, resonant roar shattered the tranquility, and Hazel's heart raced. She spotted the king of the savannah, an imposing lion emerging from the tall grass. Excitement and awe filled Hazel as she aimed her camera at the majestic creature. Click by click, she immortalized the untamed beauty of the lion. Lost in the moment, she forgot the rules of the wild. She leaned out of her window to get a closer view, and the lion noticed her sudden movement. In an instant, the atmosphere shifted as the lion charged toward the vehicle. Hazel tried to retreat, but it was too late. The lion reached the car within seconds, its powerful claw striking her arm, causing piercing pain. Abandoning her camera in the chaos, she moved to the other seat to escape the beast's menace. Unable to start the vehicle due to the pain, Hazel honked the car horn repeatedly until a park ranger heard the sound from a distance and came to her rescue. The ranger distracted the lion's attention and returned it to its designated section within the park before rescuing Hazel. An ambulance rushed her to the nearest medical facility, where she received treatment for her injuries. Luckily, her injuries were not life-threatening, but the emotional scars ran deep. News of the encounter spread rapidly, sparking a conversation about wildlife photography ethics and the importance of respecting the boundaries of nature. Hazel's encounter served as a humbling reminder of the untamed power and unpredictability of the wild. She firmly resolved to maintain a safe distance from wild animals in the future. The lion that had confronted her was relocated to a remote, uninhabited area within the park, allowing it to roam freely without posing a threat to humans. After months of counseling and physical recuperation, Hazel rediscovered her love for photography. This time, she shifted her focus to capturing the serene beauty of nature, encompassing landscapes and gardens. Her wildlife photographs, a testament to her unwavering courage and dedication, were eventually put up for auction. This marked the conclusion of one chapter in her journey and heralded the beginning of a fresh perspective in her photography career. Hazel's story is a compelling blend of passion, danger, and redemption, serving as a vivid reminder of the indomitable spirit possessed by those who strive to encapsulate the essence of the natural world.